Beyond the Veil, Navigating the Great Awakening, a special series on Survivor Angels.
It's time for Survivor Angels, an approach to strengthen trauma survivors. Here, you can escape what draws negativity and engage your positive abilities and the gifts that you've always had. Let's activate your angels. And to help you on that journey, here's Chaplain Jodi.
Jen, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe the messages angels have sent me about December. How about you?
December is going to be a cakewalk compared to the rest of the year that we've had. So I am all for it.
Yeah, I know we were talking a little bit before we kicked this into record, and you were talking about how the energy is going to be so different. And that's what the angels said. It is going to be a complete change in the energy, not chaotic at all. In fact, it's going to be way down from the chaos that we've had the last few months and everything. And they said, everything across the board, from personal relationships and communications to world affairs, everything is going to sort of take a softer edge. And probably because people really want to enjoy their holidays, and they're tired of all the backbiting and the negativity and everything. And I'm like, woohoo!
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, we're taping this one Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
And so projecting into December, I think this is a time where people realize what's important. What should we be thankful for? What do we want to bring into the next month with the holidays and, the good cheer that we're supposed to have? But I think that's a great lean in to December, because December's energy, although it does have still retrograde going on, it's not the focal point. The focal point of the power of the energies and the planetary alignments are more so about getting things done, getting tasks, reinventing yourself, getting yourself set up for 2026. So this is the month, if you want to do something, do it. If this is the month that you've dreamed about making jewelry and setting up shop, do it. If this is a dream about an endeavor or a business thing or an alliance with a person or a friend, do it, because that's the energy that's going to be coming in and helping you.
Yes, I know. Gabriel came through first. And of course, Gabriel's the archangel of communication. And everything has kind of been about communication the last few months, the rocky road it's been. So here he was first, and he said, people are going to say less, but they are going to be more truthful with one another. All of that sort of shammy stuff that we talked about the last couple of months isn't going to be there. It will be truth-filled conversations.
Yeah, and I think especially with the constellations and the meteors and all that amplifying our energy, I think this kind of we don't have that going on this month. And so even if we have truths revealed, introspection, some of our shadow work that may pop up, it's not going to be volatile. It's going to be there to show you what you need to work on. You've done all this work. Let's get you to the finish line. Let's work on this. Let's work on ourselves. There's going to be a lot of introspection, but there's not going to be the fiery tongue that goes with it.
Right. Absolutely. Zadkiel came in second then. And Zadkiel was talking about discernment. Be very discerning about what situations you allow yourself to be in. You have that power. You have that control. So be selective. You don't have to say yes to everybody. You are allowed to say no. That is perfectly all right. And then the second thing Zadkiel brought through is when speaking,
if you're getting into one of those conversations where all of a sudden your gut intuition, which I call it the angels, are going, whoa, 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 red flags, red flags, red flags, take a step back for a minute. Just pause. Let other people talk. Let them talk and think through your response. You don't need to do a knee jerk, spit it out. You don't have to do that. Slow down, have some patience, and think about where the conversation maybe is intended to go, but do you want it to go that way? And if you don't want it to go that way, all right, then take the reins and steer it back another direction. And you can do it gently, I say. Now, some people will say, well, some people need to be knocked over the head. Well, yes, they do, but you can still do it gently. One thing I found with my kids, that when I was really like with them, if I yelled at them, it was like in one ear, out the other.
Yep.
If I got really quiet and soft when I talked to them, they were like, ruh-roh.
Yeah.
Mom's really upset here. So we really need to back off. So loud and big and all of this is not the best way.
No. And sometimes all they need is that gentle nudge, even though it's really irritating us. They know. But sometimes they just need that gentle nudge to do the right thing or make the right decision for them or the situation at hand. And I find that, I mean, you tell the daughter, don't date that guy, and who does she date is that guy. So it's just one of those things that, especially during this month, the shadow work will pop up, but not so much. I think some of the guilt from some of the decisions that we've made with being around people that we may have had boundaries with, that might pop up. And that's okay. That's natural. That's okay to stick to your boundaries.
Yes.
You may feel guilty about sticking to your boundaries, especially like so-and-so is not coming for Thanksgiving. So-and-so is not coming for Christmas. But stick to your boundaries. You made them for a reason. You're doing the work. You're growing. And that's part of the growing pains. And it's totally natural to feel that, but it doesn't mean you need to cave in. I mean, you've come to those realizations.
The other piece is there's two parties involved. It's not just one, ever. So you take care of you. The biggest thing is, like you talked about the guilt, forgive yourself. Oh, please forgive yourself. We all screw up countless times in our lives. So just give yourself some grace and forgive yourself and just say, yep, my bad. This is what I did. I get it. I'm going to do my best to not fall into that trap again. And, you know, with other people, say Uncle Bob comes for Thanksgiving, and you have just always had this huge
sort of relationship where you're butting heads. If Uncle Bob starts to go down that path, just say, you know, Uncle Bob, it's Thanksgiving. I am really thankful that you're here. And let's just turn the corner today and not talk about that. And then change the subject. And if Uncle Bob keeps trying to go back to it, we'll just go in the other room and talk to Grandma.
Right. So that's the nail on the head right there. It's like, what are you allowing or what are you not addressing? Because if you don't address it, then you're going with it. Right. And so we get to a point of making a decision. If you made that firm line with Uncle Bob, and he persists, you know what? You only allow people to bother you if you allow it. It won't bother you if you don't allow it. It's like, done, off to the next room. And if he follows, stop. We're not going here. Please respect my boundaries. I'm respecting you, and move on again. You know, sometimes you're going to have to like shuffle and move and stay out of each other's proximity if that's what it is. But once again, the gratitude. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully we can change this dialogue. Hopefully for the day we can just enjoy each other's presence. We may not agree. We may disagree. Whatever the case may be, I'm glad you're here. Period.
Yeah.
and just go with that, because that's growth is never easy. Growth is always
No.
confrontational. Growth is conflict and overcoming it. So we have to rein in our own superpowers and say, not today. Not today. I
Mhm.
control me. I
Yep.
control my emotions. That's what being a master of your own mind is. You're not going to affect me today because I'm going to be happy. We
Yep.
all choose our own path. Choose that path.
Yep. And when Uncle Bob leaves for the day, give Uncle Bob a great big hug and say, I love you, Uncle Bob.
Yeah.
That will make people take a step back. Like, whoa. Because a lot of
Yeah.
times, especially in our society, people think they're not loved. And it so is not true. And one thing that just gets in my craw is people think that there's a level to love. No, love is love.
Right.
And it's like, don't go with, well, like I always say, well, mom loves you more. No, it's not like that. There's different types of love,
Right.
yes, but there's not different levels to it. Love is love is love. It's that
But
easy.
I love that example that you use, that on his way out, you give the biggest, happiest, most joyful hug, because maybe he doesn't have the tools and maybe you just shown him a way, right?
Right?
That's the
Yep.
little light bulb that goes on when he's leaving, going, wow, okay.
Uh-huh.
Maybe he doesn't have to be confrontational. Maybe he can find a different path or a different direction of getting his point across. But in the end, that's what's going to strike them is, you know what? I'm coming with love and compassion. No matter what conflict, no matter how you're going to treat me, I'm going to treat you with love. And
Yep.
that's what I'm giving to you. That is my gift to you for the day.
Mhm.
Wow. To have a new tool
Yes.
would be awesome. Hmm.
Yes. Yes. Beautiful transition to gift. This is the gift I'm giving you. This is the season of giving.
Yeah, for
Money's a little
sure.
tight this year for people.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what Raphael came to me on this one, because Raphael says that there is beauty in everything. And so people should think about changing up what they give during this holiday season. And the first thing that came to mind for me, and I bet it's probably the same thing with you too, is give of yourself.
Yes.
That's the best gift that there is, and it's free.
Yeah.
I mean, how does that
I
look for
think
you, Jim?
I think that's hitting it right on the nail. For me, I've been thinking of, man, what I wouldn't give to have like one more question to ask my dad about his service. My dad's been gone 20 plus years. And
Wow.
it's one of those things that I wish when I was younger I had asked. And so we don't know how much time we have on this wonderful earth. And
Right?
my thing is, um, give something that they'll remember. Either write in an empty book, start writing a journal, your thoughts, your experiences, things. Give of yourself. Give
Oh,
little pieces and pictures and things like that that you hand make out of love.
yeah.
One thing every day. So at the end of that book,
Uh-huh.
they have something really unique, something very special that is just you. Whether it's
Mhm.
something you make, a card, whether it's a poem you write, whether it's an experience, um, a dried flower in between the pages, whatever it is of
Yep.
yourself,
Mhm.
or a bracelet, or, you know, sing a song. I don't know. There's so many things. I mean, bake a bread. Everybody, you're getting
Oh,
breads, or it doesn't have to be
right.
expensive. As long as
No.
it's from the heart, then
Yep.
people really, really acknowledge. I tell you one thing. I remember it was Mother's Day, and my daughter didn't have any money. She wasn't working. She was a student. And being a student, I mean, they go to their room, they do their thing, they get on the computer, they're gone. You don't see them.
Right.
The best gift I ever got was a Ziploc bag of the many ways that I love you. And on torn pieces of paper, she would write, because you're kind, threw that in. The next day she wrote, because you're considerate, because you love me, because you're a good mom, because you cook me dinner every night, because there was a bag, like 100 little. So when I'm sad, I open up that little bag and it's like, these are the way my daughter loves me. Oh my God, I still have that Ziploc bag to this
Good.
day. Best gift I ever had. So if that gives somebody an idea, do it. Because I can guarantee you that is the absolute best gift that you can give is of yourself.
Right. Well, and that is a great piece if you have children.
Right.
And because children love to give. It's as they get older that gets taken away from them. And so
Yeah.
keep promoting their love of giving and have them do something like that for dad or mom or grandma or grandpa, or even their siblings. Oh my gosh, because
Right.
we know that siblings always fight. It's
Right.
natural. But have them do that. And then that is a special gift to them, which, like you said, it's free. It's something they can keep and cherish. It goes far beyond the season. I'm going to cry.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And I think in this all too much AI, what's on the Instagram, new things from Amazon, Amazon Prime, all these places, Rakuten, you name it, buy. Well, when you're strapped for cash, and the economy's not that great, it's getting better, but we're still
Right.
paying, just under $3 right now for gas, and things get expensive, airline tickets, etc. Do something of yourself. Give, IOU to your husband, to your boyfriend or boyfriend to girlfriend. I owe you a massage. I owe you a head scratch. I owe you
Yep.
a walk.
Yeah.
I owe
Yeah.
you whatever, just it's about presence. It's about intention. It's about you giving of yourself.
Right. Right. Yep. Well, and you think with friends too, because you like to remember your friends with something, over the holidays. Why not give them a little packet of coupons that you've made that says in January, we're going to go for a walk at such and such a nature center. You pick the date. And then in February, we're going to go and volunteer together at wherever that might be. And so then once a month, you've made a date with them to go and do something together that is no cost or minimal cost. And you'll make memories. What do memories cost?
I mean, go to our winery. We're going to have a winery day and just sit, at our free winery, that we've already subscribed to. Let's go have a drink.
Right.
Something super easy, right? But it's making them a priority in your life, to foster that friendship and memories and you name it. But it's you showing them that they matter and that they are taking a space in your presence, right? And that you want that. Who wouldn't like that? Who wouldn't like that?
Yeah. I know. We told our kids a couple of years ago already, don't buy us stuff. There is nothing that we need. There isn't anything that if we really want it, we can't buy. I mean, unless, there's a few things you need the lottery for, but so does everybody else. but we said, no, give us an experience. We love to go on adventures. And so it comes in the form of a gift card. We don't care, and if you say you're going to go with us, well, that's even better.
Right.
So forget, and it's funny because one year for Christmas, my mom and dad got me ice skates because I loved to skate when I was a kid. I mean, I would be out there every afternoon after school, every weekend, because the rink was just a block down from our house, small town, 800 people. So didn't have to go far. Wow. And so that they wouldn't know, so that I wouldn't know that they had gotten me skates, my dad put 2 bricks in the box with my skate.
God.
It weighed a ton.
Right.
And I'm like, what in the world is in here? So when I opened it, I was completely surprised. Well, you can do the same
Right.
thing with gift cards.
Right.
Camouflage them. Put multiple boxes with finally the little one in the middle is the one with the
Right.
gift card in. It's the
Yeah,
anticipation
for
that's the
sure.
most fun anyway.
It really is. And it keeps them guessing and, it's all
Yep.
good fun.
Mm-hmm.
I just think people put too much stock in things
Mm-hmm.
and not each other and experiences. And, what we all truly want is just to be loved. And so
Right.
I think with this season coming up, Thanksgiving this week, and then for the upcoming December, just every day, just try and keep that, especially since we don't have all the planetary stuff going on. Uh,
Right.
um, Try and be present one time a day,
Yep.
present with one person, present with yourself. Okay. Because
Mm-hmm.
that's all part of the self reflection and realization of how we've changed over this year. I would
Right.
love for everybody to look from January 1st, where we started, all the way till now, and all the ways that we've grown. It's
Uh-huh.
easy to say, oh, I'm stuck. I need that. But look where you came from
Right.
and think ahead for the upcoming year. Where do I want to go? It's
Mm-hmm.
all about here and setting the path. This is the
Yep.
month for path setting. This is the month for the project of let's go.
Right. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. I can't wait for us to come back and talk about January. But we're not there yet. We're still on December.
Yep.
What Christmas traditions do you have?
Oh, we're horrible about that. We really don't. I mean, we do maybe pizza the night before, open one
Okay.
present, go to midnight mass, wake up. Usually I have like ham and deviled eggs and the whole thing in the morning. And
Yep.
then we just have our cup of coffee, let the kids open their presents and kind of enjoy the day, football or whatever's going on.
Mhm.
Just enjoy each other, you know?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I wish we could say, oh my God, we do this and that. We don't. We're very low key.
I mean, we really don't either. Probably the thing that comes to mind when I say traditions is, of course, like I said, everybody piles into our house, which we don't have our Washington kids
Here because they're in Washington. But we've got all the
Right.
rest of our kids are here and grandkids. So there's 16 of us here on Thanksgiving and Christmas. But what we do to manage gift opening, and it's become a tradition, is we draw a number or we pick a name out of the hat of who's going to start. And so two of the kids get to distribute the gifts that are under the tree to everybody. So everybody's got their piles in front of them, right? And then, of course, we pulled the name or whatever of who's going to start. And then we work our way around the circle. The person next to you can't open theirs until you're done. That way, everybody can see what everyone got, and everybody can do the oohs and the ahs and make the
Right.
jokes and go, "Oh, that's really cool," or whatever the situation, requires.
Right.
But then it's interesting because as the kids have gotten older, um, they have learned and they've taken this on themselves is as somebody has the torn paper and everything, we stuff it in a garbage bag that's in the center. So we keep it clear so we can still see gifts unopened and opened, and
Right.
something doesn't get lost. Then when people just start gathering and throwing
Right.
it in the trash bag. And then the funny part is then whoever gets to put the last piece in, they're the ones that take it out of the house. And they like that. It's like, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Taking out the trash on Christmas. I want
Nice.
Yeah. But then the
Perfect.
rest of our day is just absolutely low key too.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people do the pajama thing and all that. We just never got into it. Um,
Our kids do that. They all arrive in their pajamas. Yeah.
yeah, well, that's a great big sleepover, 16 Nieces, nephews, cousins, you name it. That's awesome. I
Right?
love that. Someday,
Yeah.
Jodi. Someday. Oh gosh. Let me see if there's anything. Got to put my eyeballs on
I know I should look too. Because
that I'm missing.
and angels were just downloading this all last night because I was like, holy cow.
I think I lost you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, angels were talking about there's going to be a lot more harmony and
Peace this holiday season, which that would be Haniel,
Take it.
Chamuel, and Michael. They are going to make sure that they are flooding you with the intentions for love and peace and joy throughout the holiday season. That is what is going to, at the end of the day, have you going, it was a good season.
Yeah. What I'm seeing, like I said, the boundaries, it's Saturn and Neptune this month, and they're polar opposites. So you have the boundaries and then the opposite of emotional or dreams. That's the whole clash between conflicting ideas, but sparking that to manifest your dream and have things complete. But I do see on Christmas itself, the moon's going to be in Pisces, and that's about healing. That's about loving
Yep.
energy, just like you said.
Mhm.
And it's about forgiveness. It's
Yeah.
about being at peace, not only with somebody else, but with yourself. So I think that's the biggest thing is expanding and growing our own personal experiences and who we are.
Right.
But a lot of it is just, get rid of your insecurities, get rid of your doubts, get rid of your fears, come from a loving space, and everything else around you surrounds that. But when
Yeah.
we think about the negative, we draw negative towards us. Let's
Yeah.
get rid of that. Let's purge. Let's, be invincible this month.
Right.
This way we can truly fresh start January 1st.
Yep. And
Everything
saying
else,
no, yeah, saying no does not bring in the negativity. Saying
no.
no to what doesn't serve you and what doesn't serve others is bringing in positivity. And so make sure that you have that mindset that you are actually doing a good thing by saying no to those things that have no place.
During that time and space.
Right. And that sometimes brings the uncomfortability, right? Because it's something we
Yes.
don't do. Nobody's like, all right, I'm going to bend over backwards for this person again. Sometimes saying no is like you're drawing the line in the sand saying, no more, we're done. I'm moving forward without this
Right.
in my life anymore. And
Mhm.
you may feel guilty, like I said, but you set the boundary for a reason because it wasn't serving you. It's not promoting you to move forward spiritually,
Right.
mentally, in your heart. You can't be phony in your heart. Your heart always knows. So sometimes when you say no, it's out of love for yourself, finally,
Right.
right? That we
Right.
have to love ourselves and be true to ourselves. And if that's what it takes, then do it.
Mhm.
Do it.
Mhm. Yeah. And saying no to someone, for them to hear you say no to them, should give them pause to like, oh, wait a minute. They just said no to me. Why did they do that? And maybe they will take a look at themselves because,
Right.
as we say over and over, it takes two. It takes two. It is never just one sided. It might be a little lopsided, but it is never just one sided.
Right. And this is where our growth, hits its crescendo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so let's practice our growth. Let's practice our own well-being.
Yes.
And be, like you said, very introspective, not in a mean way, but
No.
in this isn't right for me. This feels
Yeah.
off. These are not my people. This is not what I want to do. Because it's your inner voice saying, you don't want to do it because of this. You need to go here, right? You're growing. People aren't
Mm-hmm.
meant to stay all together. Sometimes we have to shake the bag and mix it up and new people come
Right.
in.
Yeah.
Some people are meant to stay forever and some people aren't. Just remember that it's okay.
Yeah.
Everybody, it's like skin off of a snake. You're going to shed it, and then you're going to meet new people, and then you might shed those people, and it's progression. And that's all
Right.
you want to do is keep progressing, keep working on you.
Yes.
That's the best
Yes.
gift you can give yourself for Christmas.
Yeah. Because people come and go in our lives. From the beginning until the end, they come and go. They are there at the point in time when they're needed there for us. And then when that purpose is done, they go away. Now, some stay longer, some stay forever, and that's just the way that it is. So don't beat yourself up when someone is no longer in your life, because the purpose was served. They moved on because they have others that they need to be in their lives, just like you need to be in other people's lives. And you should not feel guilty about that. That's how life is supposed to work.
Right. And I look at it as very similar to my practice. I don't advertise. And so when I read people, they come from, oh, I know this person, or this person told me about you, or they come in the season at the right moment for the right reason. And then they're off again, and I look at life that way, that some people come in, some people go, and it's okay. It's absolutely okay, because you're at that moment, at that spot where you're supposed to be. Everything happens for a reason. And just remember that if somebody leaves your space, it's okay. Honor that. Let them own that, Maybe it's something about you. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's something going on with them, and they don't want people to see, gosh, they might think of this of me, and let them deal with it. Everybody has their own thing, but just know that if you're coming from a place of love and giving and forgiveness, and your heart is pure, you're good. You're good.
Yep. Well, Jen, I'm really glad that you are in my life right now. I hope you don't go away anytime soon.
You're stuck with me like fungus.
So I wish you the happiest of holidays and a very Merry Christmas. And we'll be back to get everybody ready for the new year in about a month. But so final word for December is probably love. Love yourself, love the world.
Yeah, you took my word. I'll go with gratitude. Just be thankful for all the experiences, good, bad. It's all making you who you are or who you need to be. So just be very conscientious, be grateful, and just move forward in grace.
All right. Happy holidays, everybody.
Bye, guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Thanks again for joining Chaplain Jodi on Survivor Angels. For more information, go to chaplainjodi.me. That's chaplainjodi.me. And on Facebook at Survivor Angels-Chaplain Jodi. This is Dave Schrader. Until next time, sending you off to activate your angels.